pistols here. And we're going to have two P250s being on Sterling and Savage, and 3 Glocks as well being on Licky, APOC, and Hazard. On the other hand, though, Vertex, pretty confident actually that they won't be going for a retake with the 5 USPs and armor as well. Now, there's a couple of players, one player on the A, everyone else just lurking in middle. Ex-Direwolves, a bit surprised they've not been contested yet. Now, Addict lurking in ladder room. Licky on the other hand, APOC just tries to the flank, does take down Addict and Brace. Now PZ trades out, takes down APOC in the end, and PZ's going to just withdraw for the moment. Now, Ruffleco checking out Secret. Now looks towards Sandbags, doesn't see anyone yet. Ruffleco sees there's multiple players as well, and Hazard will take down Ruffleco, leaving APOC Dub left on Tetris. Can APOC Dub just get the thread the needle? We can't, and he has to sacrifice the plant there. But how about APOC Dub? Nice takes on Savage, is a good shot. Takes down Sterling as well on ramp, and he's made it a 2v1. And now APOC Dub knows the last place on the side. He's tagged up. Licky for a bit of damage as well. APOC Dub with a wonderful 3k to win the pistol round here.
Insane round out of APOC, Dad. Incredible. And obviously with this matchup, we have APOC versus APOC, Doug. APOC had a huge start for his side, Ex-Direwolves, with 2 kills, basically diminishing the flank, and then they get to site. APOC does their waiting, USP in hand, tap it away on those heads, and Vertex somehow, after losing 2 players at the start of the round, they come out with a round win.
Yeah, because the APOC done on Tetris, massive hold, and I didn't really expect it. 4v2 scenario, you usually don't get it right in the end. Now, basically, Ex-Direwolves, they're forced up. They got the bomb plants, so they got the MAC-10s, the Galils, and the Deagle as well. Meanwhile, PZ with the Org, he's going to throw a HE grenade towards A main. Might do a bit of damage to Sterling, he does. A little bit of chip damage on PZ, looking for the tops. Doesn't see anyone yet. It's going to probably throw a smoke in there as well. Licky on the off angle. Actually expects Vertex to be charging as well. Now APOC Dud throws a HE Molotov in there, I believe. Now APOC in a 1v1. Addict's going to be very good here as well. Veteran in APOC as well. And Addict has spotted APOC and is going to flash him away. Tell APOC, go away. Come again another day. And APOC, he's still lurking. Smoke being thrown onto the B stairs. A good 1v1 on that B side so far. I'm going to say Addict's going to have his hands full with APOC as well, because APOC, a veteran of the scene, and definitely one of the better or best Ex-Direwolves player. Other than Hazard, of course, and APOC's taking down Addict, a danger sign. Now Brace rotates over to the back of site. They might think the site's potentially free at this point. Ruffleco will throw a smoke down at first box. Licky pops up from danger sign. Does he see anyone? Checks the entrance, trying to make no noise whatsoever. Ruffleco on the default box. He's just waiting for APOC to peek forward. Flashbang's being thrown in, and it's actually instant fight. The second one, it will be the fight. Ruffleco does get one, but Licky's going to charge in and trade him out in the end. Brace takes down one on catwalk, being Sterling. Can he get a bit more though? He does tag, and Brace has got basically almost 3 kills here, but PZ will come and clean up from generators. It'll be a second round for Vertex. I gotta say, great work by Brace there.
Yeah, huge work, not only to get the frags, but also to stay alive as well. And he played it very smart. Licky, he let him run past the back lines, obviously called that to his teammates rotating, so he can continue to frag on site and clear the site for his team. And yeah, just solid work. He worked with PZ. PZ got the Licky frag, and they end up clearing the site with another round win. And I've got to say, Vertex, they need to start well. They cannot afford to give these Ex-Direwolves the momentum early on. And as of right now, it's going very well. But as I say that, Hazard with a disgusting 1D to open up the round.
Yeah, definitely not going to enjoy that piece, especially with the AUG as well, but a great HG grenade from Crane. Brace might be able to clean up here. Does pick up the AUG in the end, and Brace doesn't know that Savage and a few others are severely damaged here from the HG grenade being thrown to A main. APOC has to be careful, but he does win that duel in the end at default. He takes down APOC as well. Unable to get the kill. Does get the spray pattern incorrect, but Brace on the other end at Secret takes down Hazard. Molotov will be thrown in towards Secret. They don't want any of the players peeking. Actually, that hurts Sterling burn. APOC does to be very careful. He wanders out and just doesn't get the aim right, but APOC with another sick 1D picks up the MP9. And that's the AUG off the table now. Sterling going towards Sandbags. APOC almost catches APOC, and I've got to say, Vertex, there's so many almost at the moment. They just need to get the killer blow here, and Sterling stuck in the side. We'll take down Apoc Dud in the end. Now he looks towards Tetris. He knows Ruffleco's around here. Sterling does get the one ding onto Ruffleco as well, leaving Addict in a 1v3. But he can potentially win this, given that they're all on very low HP. And Sterling will be taken out by Addict. That Addict needs to be clean with the rest. Doesn't know where the rest are, but Savage with a 1D from Sandbags to make it the first round for Ex-Direwolves. And he'll send Vertex to most likely a 4 spike, given it'll be a double eco most likely.
Yeah, and they'll be very content with that round because it was just a Deagle armor buy, and they somehow come out with 3 players alive as well. Not only that, they saved 2 SMGs going over into round number 4, Ex-Direwolves. So they have the opportunity here to really start pulling away if they can manage to do so on their T side. We got M4s on APOC now, and look at this Vertex. Look at this Vertex buy, 4 Deagles and a Scout.
Brace with the scout. Looking for the foot. He's trying to get a tag. Doesn't get the tag in the end, but Licky, he's very, very aware of that gap in that smoke. Does tag up Brace. Flashbang being thrown towards middle. Ruffleco and Apoc Dud pushing back, trying to scare off Hazard and Savage, trying to crawl up middle with Sterling as well in the back. Smokes, utility being thrown out from Vertex. They don't have much of it. Only 2 smokes, 2 HEs, and that's pretty much it. Actually, a 3rd smoke as well. And they also no kit as well, which can be a bit scary. Savage. Stuck between every line, waiting for Apoc Dud. Apoc Dud goes for a flick, does take up Savage. The HE grenade might do a bit more damage, it doesn't. And the smokes and HE's being thrown in. Has up, he's seen Ruffleco's helmet. I'm not too sure though. No, he didn't. He backs off in the end. And the HE grenade will be thrown towards Drop as well as the Molotov. And I think they may have seen Ruffleco. That's why they backed off that. They didn't want to give Ruffleco the angle. Brace to the scout, clears out middle, doesn't see anything. Now, Ex-Direwolves have gone to that A site. Licky just checking out Heaven, checking out the rotation, checking out no Brace with a beautiful scout shot. And they'll be able to defend the site now. Just had nobody on it. Now they have someone on it from a great entry from Brace, and Apoc does the 1D. Now looking towards default. Apoc, well, another Apoc done 1D, but traded out by Savage in the end. It's going to be a 2-2 trade. But looking like, oh, Ruffleco with another 1D. Sterling in a 1v3 now. He might hit the bomb plant and try to put the pressure onto Vertex. And Sterling's going to do a different sort of plan on default. It's not going to be behind the default boxes, but it's going to be more for him at secret if he goes back there, which means that Vertex have to clean him out. Now, I think they've realized that there's definitely not planted a default. Sterling on the off angle, looking towards A ramp. Now, they will go for the defuse most likely. They can't go for a safe defuse. Addict looking towards secret. Sterling should be able to clean him up, and he does. Is being tagged up. Flashbang's going to be thrown in. They're going to hold secret. HG going to be thrown in as well. PC's got low HP. PC's been tagged up. Ruffleco's got his hand on it, and in the end, it should be around win for Vertex, and they handle that 2v1 incredibly well. And they'll grab 2 AKs out of that as well.
Incredibly well, I feel is an understatement, because the whole round out of Vertex was insane. I think every kill up to Sterling was literally a 1-tap, whether it be from a Scout or a Deagle. Brace opened it up with a sick swinging headshot. It must have been a flick as well. And yeah, I mean, Vertex insane round considering how their last round went. We do have a Vertex timeout as well, and that's actually quite a surprise, because I feel like Vertex have the momentum after winning that huge round with those Deagles and Scout. Why would you want to stop the game? Why just keep on going? Maybe they just want to readjust the default, or maybe they've spotted something that Ex-Direwolves have brought that they haven't seen before, so they just want to make sure that has been identified, and all 5 players across the server know obviously what's going on. Here we go, round number 5.
Yeah, definitely agree with that one. I think they might be, either letting Ex-Direwolves stew in their own misery after that round, or just, wondering what they've noticed. Now, PC caught Licky, but Licky wins the duel in the end. PC just drops off as he's trying to line up that spray. How the HE grenade from Apoc does a bit of damage. I'm going to say, yesterday as well with Vertex, they were very, very good at utility, and it's showing here once again that they are absolutely nailing all this utility at the moment. With Licky, Hazard, and Sterling being damaged again so far. Can be 1-tap from these M4s. Or not M4s, MP9s, and even the AUG as well. Molotov in front of the sandbags. Licky throws the Molotov towards the boost position, and they were trying to play a boost, Brace and Apoc Dud, but in the end, Ex-Direwolves read that pretty well, and the Brace is going to send him a little gift for ruining it, and it does a bit of damage to Sterling and Hazard.
Whoa.
And once again, they've got over 100 damage this round from utility alone. Looking pretty good at the moment. Now, looking at the rosters here as well, Vertex. IGL was Brace, PZ's got the AUG, and Apoc Dud and Ruffleco start up with 2, but Apoc with the trade. Now, on the other hand, Brace at Sandbags, Addict with the MP9 is going to throw the smoke out. It's going to be Sterling with the AWP for Ex-Direwolves as Licky takes care of Addict. I believe it is Licky being the RGL still for Ex-Direwolves, and Brace hiding in the Sandbags, hasn't heard anything. Apoc that takes down Licky, spots Savage at ramp, and Savage's going to be dead man according to Brace. Not convincing, but oh wait, Apoc didn't recognize that Brace was behind him, and Brace will make it 4 for VERTEX.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brace couldn't believe himself that there was a player on site, because even he was like a little bit hesitant to shoot that second player. But just huge positioning, because obviously after all the utility was burned from Ex-Direwolves, they didn't have a Molotov to check bricks. So essentially at that point, you've just got to kind of gamble and pray that someone isn't there. Obviously for their demise, he was, and he sweeps up the round, and it's 4-1 for VERTEX. I've got to say, Jose, a very good start for VERTEX, and like I said before, it's very, very crucial for them if they want to win this series.
Alex, taking out by one step from Apoc. And I was actually going to mention, don't tell me you cast a curse to them now as Apoc's cleaned up through the side. And Brace doesn't get the spray right and has them just zoom in with the MP9 and take his head off, and they've taken the B bomb site and they're going to take the weapons as well. Now Licky, he's lurking. Apoc Dot's going to be very, very careful here as he check behind him because Licky is desperate to get some weapons at the moment. Can Licky find anyone? He's going towards heaven. Apoc Dot holding CT. Licky.
The money is just so bad, Jose. They can't go for this. They really can't. So
and
this is why the save has been called, and I don't know if they're going to get away with it. Licky's on the flank. Here's one. See you later, Peasy. And this is like huge economic damage coming out of Ex-Direwolves, because Apoc now has to give away his position. Not too sure if he had to even take that shot there, but he may just get away with surviving. Doesn't look like the swarm is going to come in too soon. However, I say that I might have just cast a curse once again in the same round, as Apoc does in a rock and a half. As he finds one, can he stay alive? No, he can't. So this is basically going to be I'd like to see a deagle buy out of VERTEX now, which realistically could have been 2 rifles and 3 deagles, Jose.
Definitely are going to be a force buy. They're on double eco territory, as I said. Again, deja vu. They've been here before. But will they win with the deagles though? Because Apoc got 3 deagles last round. It was a beautiful display from him. Give you a timeout call to really talk about it as well. I've got to say, that round altogether, just Addict getting one-tapped by Apoc, and this Apoc cleaned out the site. And
I've got to say, just to add on to that, VERTEX they might be feeling a little bit disappointed right now, because the 2 Ex-Direwolves rounds have both been with not optimal buys. Like they've been deagles, and they've just been picking up SMGs on the site whenever they've got a kill. And that is literally both the Ex-Direwolves rounds that have been won. So realistically, like VERTEX could be sitting there right now thinking, you know, this could be 6-0 here, lads, come on. But you can't think that way, not in a match of this magnitude. You have to just move on, talk things over. Whatever's happened in the past has happened. You can't change that, and you got to play on. But they've got a bit of a feat to climb in this round if they have this 1.4k force buy. Here it is.
Sterling's got the AWP out finally. They've got the AKs and the M4. They've all got rifles here. Licky charging through the smoke. PC throwing a HT grenade in. Does a bit of damage to Licky, but not too much when grenades being thrown at A main. Another HT being thrown in. Apoc Dud takes one to the back. And they're going to clean out the B bomb site and find out no one's here. They've checked default. They can check generators as well. Apoc has been an absolute menace on the B bomb site. Brace goes for a shot. Only a half-hearted shot as he drops off drop. And that should be a free B site for Ex-Direwolves. And, well, do we know heroics this time with Apoc getting a free K on the A site? And I think it's just mostly going to be a save here. Like, they really can't just go charging in here with deagles. And, well, the previous round, like, you know, both rounds have lost. Have been anti-ecos and just VERTEX unable to convert in the end. And I gotta say, Apoc, that 1v1 between Apoc and Addict's gonna be so important. Like, so important. Because you saw that previous round, Apoc won the two duels there, taking out the rotator from drop as well.
Yeah.
And Addicts is going to just be on the ball. He's going to watch out for, you know, Apoc does better, and he's going to do all the tricks, all the fireworks, all the razzle-dazzle. Like, you got to be ready for those bundle of tricks that Apoc's going to launch at you, because the B site's so important on Vertigo. It's basically like a 1v1 arena on B for a lot of the time. And if they shove 2 players there, they're just going to all go to A instead. Kind of a balancing act.
Yeah. B-site, I love B-site as a spectator and a player, because it's just such a nice AWP duel. Like from a CT perspective, you have a few places that you could play from, whereas like T side, you've only got 2 or 3 maximum spots if you get a boost. So it can lead to obviously some very exciting plays and stuff like that. But we essentially have a carbon copy round coming out of Vertex. They're gonna gamble stack B this time round.
Apoc's heard the steps.
It pays off.
He's heard the steps. He's heard Brace. He's heard Addict. But they're withdrawing now sneakily. Now Addict might see the foot of Apoc, but Apoc just draws back. Doesn't want to give away his location.
And it's smart from Vertex because they've given the sound cues away. They know one player's going to be there, so now they're quickly wrapping back round to A, hoping that Ex-Direwolves have called to go A because they've had multiple steps B. It's pretty much like a, did I bluff or am I not bluffing? And it looks like we're going to get a 5v5 execution.
Bot not been friends. Secret as well as checking all the close angles so they don't run into Deagles. Obviously going to check Sandbag as well, given what Brace did them previously. The 2 players at Crane, 3 players at Crane. Oh, Hazard. It's going to throw the HG grenades towards Sandbags. Nobody's there. He gets to it. Oh, it's going to be blasted away. It's going to be 1-for-1. Now, Apoc trying to hold on, but they're just called out of here, the Vertex players. And Licky's able to keep them under wraps. It's going to be a free for free in the end. Bombs dropped. And it feels like a war zone has just gone on at the Crane. Molotov being thrown towards Tetris. They're going to go for 1D, but Savage is on point, taking that Roffelko as he wraps around. And now Apoc done. Can he be the hero they need here? And I think they're going to go to the B bomb side. This is a smart move as Licky and Savage are moving over very, very quickly towards the B bomb side. Apoc does pick up the AWP. I think they might be just going for a save here. They might know to be like, hey, we can't get to that, you know, no one's on A. Might as well save the AWP for next round. Addict's got a lot of money. Roffelko, they're going to have great utility as well if they keep that AWP. They don't have to spend the money on the AWP. And also as well, I don't think Licky and Savage, well, they should be kind of aware that the AWP is dropped, but it's a bit too late now.
Yeah, I think now they know that there hasn't been much retaliation. They're kind of sure that that AWP has now been picked up and gone. Obviously, you can't afford to run off site straight away because there's just no value in it. You know, you could give the AWP away. You've got enough money for an AWP yourselves next round. It's not that big of an issue. But what I will say for Vertex is, I believe it was a Brace team kill in that execute where they went 3 for 1. And yeah, so I mean, again, another not great moment for those Vertex players. But what I will say is it still gives them a bit of hope because they are showing that they're here to compete against these Ex-Direwolves, which I would consider the favourite. But I mean, it's been a good showing. I haven't seen anything out of like Ex-Direwolves as of right now, which has wowed me. I'm just going to say that. So it's positive for Vertex, and with these 3 maps that have been selected, it's this is a huge map for Vertex. In my opinion, if they do not win this map, I think this is a straight 2-0 Ex-Direwolves.
Yeah. Also got to say, both teams using those one-way smokes effectively, you know, getting the extra vision because they know the smokes don't cover fully A main. So if you see Sterling there trying to get the vision, trying to see if he can spot a player like a helmet or a shoulder or anything like that with the AWP. Now Addict's got the AWP as well. On the default boxes on the B bomb site. Apoc trying to sneak up. Will he get the QA box? Take it out. Apoc trying to go for the second. He does get the second in the end. Apoc has got all 3 again.
Oh.
He just finds his way onto sites. And he's going to be an absolute menace to Vertex. And it's going to be most likely a bomb plant. Apoc Dud and PZ, the last 2 alive. They brought up a double AWP as well. PZ to smoke clears and Sterling just zaps him. And it most likely be a 5th round for Ex-Direwolves. Yes, Apoc Dud. Well, he's in the same situation again as last round, saving this time. But they can go hunt here, Ex-Direwolves. They can go hunt. Yeah. As they're just looking for Apoc Dud. Apoc Dud's got the T-spawn. Smart move, given the fact that they're checking out A now. Apoc. Jeez, he's been an absolute monster so far on Vertigo. He's got 12 kills already. Absolute monster. Yeah. And he's cleaned up that B site. I think it's twice they won. I think he's cleared it up previously as well where they lost. But he's cleaned that B site so well.
I'm having to eat my own words again because I said nothing from Ex-Direwolves has really wowed me so far, but that 3K on B side from Apoc was insane. Not only getting that first entry kill, but taking out the AWP in quick fashion as well. Pretty much wins them the round. Like if they go 1 for 1 there or whatever, it doesn't go that easily. So huge for Ex-Direwolves and Vertex. And now back to the drawing board. They've got to try and work out what it's going to take to start getting some rounds on the board. Because it has been quite a while since they have won a round. Don't forget, this was 4-1 Vertex. So Ex-Direwolves have won the last 4 in a row.
That's definitely a T
All
side.
starting with an anti-deagle round.
Exactly. Or anti-eco, yeah. Now, force spike coming in from VERTEX. That's a force up or half by again. They sound licky. Now Apoc's going to move into the pass. Hazard's going to spray crazily through the smoke, hoping to take down Apoc Dud, but he won't be able to. Apoc Dud just really quick. Molotov being thrown in straight to Ruffleco. And Apoc's like, I know all your tricks, but Ruffleco is like, I've just got a deagle and a dream. And Ruffleco, he dreams big, and Apoc goes down. Apoc Dud on the other side, though. The VERTEX Apoc takes down Hazard. Now Addict, he's lurking in the catwalk area in the entrance. He's just trying to... I don't think he wants to do this jiggle pick against Sterling, because Sterling will take down Brace. Sterling is a bit tagged up. He's guessing the Addict's on catwalk. Throws the HE, and then Addict, he's going to be like, he knows I'm here. He knows I'm here. Sterling's just got that spidey sense. Flashbang been thrown in, so Sterling will back off the line. And Sterling definitely knows that Addict is in this catwalk angle now. And Addict.
Oh,
Kobe, slam dunk. Now Ruffleco. Oh, actually saw Sterling's head there. Now Sterling might line up. Another grenade being thrown in. It's going to be a 3v2. Ruffleco trying to go for the head. Does tag up Sterling a bit more. Sterling might go down, and he does. Ruffleco, that D got a dream, but traded it out by Savage in there. Savage got a quick 2k as well. And he can go for the plant on the B bomb site. PZ, he's just waiting for the plant to happen, and he'll throw that grenade in. I think that might be the play.
He's just going to hold it for the post plant. Like, as soon as that plant goes down, you chuck it, because he must have been told that Savage is on low HP. 33 HP is plenty to get an execution.
He's heard it as well.
Here he goes. He hears the steps.
Might throw the grenade, and he gets. Oh, great work! Got to give him a round of applause for that. Great work by PZ there, and he's going to grab that ore from Sterling, and he's going to dance all the way to the 5th round for VERTEX here. Great HE grenade, great retake, great, initiative and, I can't think of the word. Yeah, initiative and creativeness to just go for that retake there. Not really showing himself at all.
And that's exactly a round that VERTEX needed. It was not a comfortable buy whatsoever, Deagles, but still, despite the lack of economy and lack of buy, they still come out with the round win, and we've seen like a fair few of those already early on in map number 1. And with that orb saved as well, that's going to free up a lot of money for the CT, so they could start to build some sort of economy, because I think it's fair to say VERTEX haven't had any sort of decent economy this whole game, despite them going 4-1 up. So yeah, I think that's going to be a key part for the rest of this first half of VERTEX. They need to keep their economy in a good spot, otherwise it's going to be a really rough ride.
Crucial round here actually as well. Even though they won that round, they need to hold on here. As slowly but surely, Ex-Direwolves going through a ramp. Now Licky's just checking secret, checking if anyone's there. There's a lot of smoke and a lot of fog and a lot of smoke and mirrors as well. And they've got to be careful here as well, because any little wolf pup from VERTEX could be lurking here. And Brace, he's going to throw a smoke in as well. And they might go spraying the steel wall actually. So they see that smoke, and that's what Licky does. Now Hazard checks the side, takes on Apoc Dud, and they know that Brace is lurking. Brace with the AUG, does a bit of damage. Now Ruffleco with the AUG as well. He's lasering places. Sterling from Sandbags takes down Ruffleco in the end. Now PZ trying to wait for Sterling. Now checking the secret area. Savage has been taken out by PZ. PZ on default looking for Sterling, but Licky from the other side will trade out. Now Addict in a 1v2. The bomb is dropped on the side. Addict makes a bit of a noise. Got to be careful here as well. Addict going towards Tetris and holding the bomb.
He sees the bomb. Yeah.
Very, very crucial. Now Addict jumps up on the Tetris, takes out Sterling, takes out Licky. What a round from Addict! And Ex-Direwolves didn't even get time to react. He was just that quick to get onto Tetris.
Oh my word! And they threw the Molotov. It was just like they threw it for whatever reason, and they just assumed that he isn't going to be there. And that's insane from Addict. It's an insane 1v2. Once again, VERTEX win a round from an uncomfortable position, and if they did have the momentum, they've certainly got it now. And look at this, another CT timeout after winning a pretty good round. They're just going to let the Ex-Direwolves just sit on that L once again, and yeah, just talk things over. But I've got to say, VERTEX, they do look like they're starting to come alive. It was looking awkward as the trades were all going in the Ex-Direwolves' favor, but VERTEX just have the grit every single time. Doesn't matter which of the 5 players it is, they always seem to get the job done. And I think that's actually I think it was Peasy with the HE grenade the round before. He had a really nice AWP shot, just teed up Addict to clutch up that 1v2. But if you're Ex-Direwolves, you've got to be sitting there thinking, how haven't we won that round?
Indeed. Like I say, great work by Addict as well. There's been a lot of solo performances so far from both teams. You know, APOC on Ex-Direwolves as well. You know, with these entries on the B bomb side, and they're somewhat stymied APOC for the moment. Actually getting thrown in. APOC takes a bit of damage. Addict on the off angle, waiting for the booster danger sign. He's trying to look for APOC here. Checks the stairs, nobody's there. Now APOC has been tagged in the leg, and Addict can push a bit forward. And he'll take down Hazard. The bomb's dropped. But they know where Addict is on this catwalk. He's seen Sterling, hasn't seen Hazard. Addict with another 2 tackles to Sterling, but Licky with the trade, he knew that Addict was lurking on catwalk, given the initial 2 kills. Now Ruffleco with the AWP, not really seeing Ruffleco on the AWP too much, but let's see what he can do. Does he see a leg? I think he does see a leg. It takes out Savage. And Ruffleco's held the site. Now Licky, the IGL, all pressure's on him now for Ex-Direwolves in a 1v3. Licky, what can he do? He's hearing the steps. He's going towards A ramp. Licky's got a dream. He's got to rush onto site. Now he's got to check the site itself. Brace. The RGLs find each other and Brace and Licky. They're both tagging each other up severely. Ruffleco rotating towards Heaven. Now Licky looking for Brace. Doesn't see anything yet. Doesn't even see a back pedal. And in the end, APOC dud from Crane. Overextends Licky, and it'll be a 7th round here for Vertex, and a very, very clean 1v3. They're making sure that no players were lost on the CT side. They keep those 3 alive and get a bit of money in their back pocket.
Yeah, and I've got to say, well played to Vertex so far. Okay, it's 7-5. Let's calm down. CT side Vertigo, but just from the gut punches that they've had so far in this first map, and they know definitely that this is a must-win map for them. To just stay locked in the game, they've been focused every round. It's great to see, and we've seen some great CS. We've seen some great moments from both teams already, and it is really a really strong way to start off this exciting best of 3 against these 2 AU beasts, shall we say. That's as simple as it is.
Animals, maybe? Wolves?
Should I say ex-wolves? But yeah, I mean, that's why everyone loves this derby, because we get to see great matches against these 2 sides, these 2 rosters, and we have not been let down so far.
Yep, and we get to see JV Mold if Vertex lose. That's Ruffleco takes out APOC on the middle area, so the menace has been dealt with so far, being APOC. Now APOC waiting for Hazard, gets the bomb dropped to him as well, and APOC that has to get out secret before he goes down. Brace, he's at Sandbags again. He's at the same place again. He's got the block up as well. And Savage, well, he's living up to his name, just as Savage taking up Brace, and obviously Brace, you know, scoring a brace himself, living up to his name. As Brace means 2 goals in football, so you know. Players living up to the name. Now Savage in a 1v4. If he gets some gnarly 1-taps, he could put caution in the wind here. And Savage just checking out the site, trying to find where players are. And I'm going to tell you right now, Vertex playing pixel angles, they're not going to peek into him. They're going to make Savage do all the work. Savage just checking secret, doesn't trust anything at all. APOC does actually dropped off elevators there. And Savage might be able to get the bomb plant down, and he does. And that's an extra $100 in dues. They're going to fire through the old plant, and Savage in a 1v4. He's got the bomb planted. This is doable for him. Now, the Vertex players do wake up. They hear the bomb ticking, and they wake up, and Ruffleco will trade out with the AUG, and it'll be an 8th round for Vertex.
Yeah, and to be fair, that plant is quite significant because it keeps their money afloat, and it should be good enough if they get a plant in the next round to see them through for the rest of the half. So yeah, I mean, 6.6k on Sterling. He can buy up and up if he wishes. You know, it's a comfortable AK buys for the rest of his side. As a pause will come in, and they'll look to talk this one up.
Anyways, guys, we have a bit of a tech pause here, and we'll have a quick break while the tech pause get resolved. See you guys back in a few moments.
Won't give it up. helpful hand. Broken bones and a bloodstained flag. Open road and nomadic plans. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'ma bring it in the firefight. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'm the reaper in the dead of night. Lightning strikes in a quiet town. Bodies fall upon sacred ground. By the flag and a king is crowned. Coming to get ya. I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'ma bring it in the firefight. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'm the reaper in the dead of night. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. Bringing the firefight, baby. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'm burning you in the dead of night. Out of the shadows, I've come to make a name. Ready for battle, 'cause I got a throne to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you in the slate. Where you see me coming, better run for cover, 'cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster I came to conquer.
Welcome back, guys, to IEM Fall 2021 close qualifiers between VERTEX and Ex-Direwolves. And we're back from our little tech break, and the players are ready to go once again. That's going to be a straight-up gun round here in Vertigo. Very, very crucial gun round for both teams, actually. Generally, the pass score here is 9-6. And big round here for both teams as well. Not to mention, we're going to have a big last round as well, looking at the money for both teams. As long as Ex-Direwolves get a plant, of course. And Sterling with the AWP looking towards the crane, but he's been smoked off basically. He's just staring into grey mist now. Savage, just waiting for the push. Gandy push, that is. And Brace, on the other hand, at the steel wall. Checking secret. Players just playing a bit of chess at the moment, trying to get as much information as they can. Trying to poke and prod at each other. APOC playing a more passive position this time on B. He's been very aggressive lately, but he's just been charging out to the stairs, bullying Addict, and then taking out Ruffleco as well, who rotates over. But this time Ruffleco's got a pretty decent spot. Hazard. Here's Licky jumping the tops. He's trying to get a sound cue, he's trying to get the secret player to peek. I've definitely heard a player move on the site, being Brace. Now Brace checking secret.
That setting up's definitely been heard by Brace as well, so they know they're setting up basically an A hit right now, so it's 0.50 in a round win to Vertex right now. They have all the information. Ex-Direwolves do not have the information on Vertex.
Yep. I know where the AWP is, and that's about it. It's got to just find the opening. Sterling got a smoke in hand. The utility is going to come through, and Brace being taken out by Licky. That's a good start for Ex-Direwolves as they try to get onto site. Now Sterling trying to push a bit forward. Sterling looking towards A main, making sure the flank isn't coming in as well. Meanwhile, PZ's been pressured. And Sterling trying to go for the wall banks now. It's going to be 1-for-1, and Savage will break onto that B bomb site playing at default. Now APOC just slinking off the B bomb site. And just checking behind him as well. They're actually expecting a flank from the B defender, being Ruffleco and Addict. But they won't get it in the end. Vertex, they can save these and keep it for the next round. They really don't need that to spend up here. Sterling misses a shot from sandbags. They crossed over. They might be going for the free take potentially as well. They're going to go for a smoke diffuse, a ninja diffuse as well. APOC does get attacked heavily, but he's being taken out by Licky. Now Ruffleco, he might go on it as well. He will go on it, but in the end, APOC with a HE, they takes out Ruffleco, and it'll be a 6th round for Ex-Direwolves and a few guns picked up as well.
Yep, and you did say the usual scoreline is a 9-6, and what's to say we aren't going to get another one? Money is good on both sides, more so on Ex-Direwolves. Vertex just having to give up some helmets to free up some cash for some nades, but not too big of an issue against an AWP and an AK. So, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be a carbon copy round of last.
Give you one D on Brace, the IGL of Vertex, and give you some M4s and AUG and AWP as well. 4 AKs and AWP on Ex-Direwolves. They've got everything they needed here. Sterling, go for the pot shots. You do those one-way smokes. Goes to the wall bank at the tops as well. I gotta say, both teams really know this map incredibly well. You know, always clearing out those positions, those one-and-done positions as well, to make sure they don't get any nasty surprises. But then again, you know, there's been Brace with the sandbags getting a free K. But, you know, always clearing these areas out. APOC died on the triple boost here, actually. Holding the tops. Ex-Direwolves gonna be very careful. Licky might be backstabbed here potentially as well. Sterling, he hit in the end. PC and APOC died at the same time to clear out the tops. And Sterling's just waiting for the trade at the moment, but he's not going to get that trade. Ruffleco just checking drop. Peasy takes out Sterling as well. Now Ruffleco's just checking middle. Addict's being tagged up. APOC, I think he's being hurt again. APOC, he wants to try to get onto the B bomb side. Will Ruffleco let him though? That's the main question. And in the end, Ruffleco takes down APOC. And that is the beast controlled for the moment. And Vertex should get 9 here, and they will. Anyways, that's the end of the half. We'll have a quick break before we get some more action for IEM Fall 2021 Oceania close qualifiers.
I'm okay with it. I am more
Welcome back, guys, to Vertex the Ex-Direwolves in the IEM Fall Oceania Close Qualifier. We have a close half, 9-6 pass score, standard up. One-man heroics from both teams. You got APOC done the free dig, APOC himself, the other APOC. Nah, we shouldn't do that with the free AKs and the entries. And a lot of heroics so far here. What do you expect for the second half, Wix? What are you thinking?
An absolute bloodbath is what I'm saying. That's the safest thing I could say without cursing anyone. But I do feel what I am going to say is it's going to be a close second half. 9-6, pretty standard first half scoreline. So it would not be surprising if we get a 15-15, dare I say it. But now I've said it, probably not.
Yeah, it's not Mirage, so definitely we'll get OT here. Stealing. He's been tagged up at Seeker's going to have to drop back for the moment. Actually, it's quite a tag up indeed. And Stealing. They've got a kit and 2 flashes, Ex-Direwolves. APOC. Well, it's going to be a 1-for-1 as they ready up for the A defense.
HP advantage still on Vertex though, which is quite key, especially for these Glocks. Like Sterling's now 1 hit, could easily be a 4v3 execute, and they have plenty of utility, 2 Molotovs, 2 flashbangs, and a smoke still for this execute. So slight lead in this round is on Vertex right now.
Molotov being friend Stealing, just agonizingly staring at that Molotov, and the second Molotov's going to go in now. Now Stealing's going to burn to a crisp, but Licky will trade out in the end. Licky from hell, trying to do anything he can to take out the players at A ramp, takes on PZ as well. And Licky's just firing at A ramp at the moment, just hoping and praying. Bomb's being dropped actually at default, so APOC takes out Licky in the end, and they will get the bomb plant in the end, and APOC will get the bomb planted, and Addict just cleaned up 2 kills in elevators as APOC planted. And you don't, sometimes you just don't need the bomb to plant in the end. You just, just go kill.
How does he get 2 there? They double swing on him, he gets away with it, finds 2 heads. That's insane. Who cares about the bomb? And Addict is showing up, I have to say, in the last, I'd say 5-6 rounds. Ever since he got that 1v2, he's been going huge.
4 Deagles and a Scout, and a bunch of Galils and 2 Mac-10s as well. For Vertex. Need to get this damage on the Scout here. Sterling can get a couple of shots with the Scout. He'll be peachy. Sterling looking towards A main. Can he find anything? The smoke's actually beneficial for him as well. This is just really a tarp smoke. PC's got to be careful though. Checks towards the back of the tarp. Doesn't see anybody. Here's Sterling firing. PC takes down APOC. Sterling with a trade though. Now they're going to the B side. Vertex. It was a bit of a ruse. Ex-Direwolves find out it's a ruse in the end. Basically, he's left off that Licky and has to figure it out. And Sterling's going to pick it as well. And they're going to realize it's probably going to be a B-side execute. Now, Addict rushes in. Can he do what APOC did to him? Great HG going to be thrown in. Addict takes a bit of damage as well. But they can't get in the site. Hasn't been taken out. Means Licky has to rotate over. Flashbang's been thrown. They can't see anything. Savage will grab one. Licky grabs the other. Sterling rotating as well. And I don't think Vertex is going to get on the site without a bit of a fight so far. Now, Licky behind default, just hiding behind and waiting for a catwalk push. Now smokes and flashes being thrown in, and Licky takes out Ruffleco. And it's just APOC died. And 1 dig. Oh, it doesn't get the 1 dig in the end. I thought he got the dink on the head, but fortunately, Licky's gonna be mollied out in the end, and Licky's gonna burn, be taken out by APOC Dud. Sterling with the Scout. Cleans out APOC Dud, makes it 7 on the board for Ex-Direwolves. They hold that site on the 4 spy, and a crucial hold as well. They grab 2 Galils as well.
And if I'm not mistaken now, that's 3 rounds for out of the Ex-Direwolves 7 that they've won so far, that they've won with the worst buy. And if you take those 3 rounds off Ex-Direwolves and put them on Vertex, you have a considerably large scoreline for the favour of Vertex. So, like I said last half, you just need to wipe those rounds off, but you can't afford to give too many rounds like that away to a team like Ex-Direwolves, because they'll punish you.
Yep. They got the Tech 9s out as well. Tech 9 rush, I'd love to see some of those. As I was just checking Catwalk up, and Tech 9 rush, will it work out? And well, it's working out somewhat. Still had been taken out as a 1-for-1. Can they get a bit more? And M4 being picked up. Now, on opposite end is Licky. Licky wins the initial duel. And being traded out, Licky will get 2, but traded out in the end. And Savage will clean up Addict. He'll make it round number 8 for Ex-Direwolves on the anti-eco.
A key point for this second half, especially for Ex-Direwolves, is they need to make sure that their economy is kept afloat. VERTEX managed to get 9 rounds despite their economy pretty much being up in the air for most of the first half. So they need, if Ex-Direwolves can afford to, keep their economy in a better spot than VERTEX did, they're going to get themselves more than 9 rounds, and that's a guarantee.
Yep. Now it's going to be anti-ego here. VERTEX just gone full Glock. I'm going to say VERTEX will most likely try to rush onto the site, stealing with Kobe taking down PZ and another dunk. Like I said, it's an interesting smoke that Exiles are using here. They're not covering A main in particular, but just covering the top area as well to make sure the player in tops doesn't have an angle to shoot out of. So, it's not a misplay of that smoke there. It's actually intentional. So to have a gap to check A main and, making sure the players don't have access to the top and trying to take out the player at secret.
A lot of the times as well, you have that like an MP9 player sneak up to their right hand side of the ramp on that smoke as well, which it's very, very nice. We see it a lot in the Asia scene, and it works considerably well. It does a lot of damage, so it just keeps the T's guessing. But look at this sneak. They're going up mid, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Savage, Licky connect for 4 in total. Round win for Ex-Direwolves once again. And they're now 1 away from tying this one up at 10 apiece.
Yep, now they got to just negotiate that buy round, given the fact that VERTEX just ecoed. Like I say, they didn't really have to force buy. They're not in a scenario where, they have a couple of rounds left up their sleeves. They're not in a scenario where they have to force buy. They can just sit there and get the AKs, get utility next round. And they know that, if they keep the round clean, Ex-Direwolves going to have an MP9 and Khalil at best. And as with some of the rifles, not going to have full M4s. And they got full AKs at the moment. Sterling, though, he's got the AWP in hand on the B bomb site. Addict. He's being very, very silent. A little bit of a B-do. A lot of bullets flying over at the A bomb site. Sterling, he's convinced that a player's low can be at the moment. Addict being the B low, he's being very, very passive. Just chilling out. Now, Licky burning. Puts the smoke out. Slow but surely. Ooh, Ruffleco. Right towards Sandbags. Be 1-for-1 pick from PC and Sterling. APOC, he's had a bit of fire. Flashbang to green. Will take down APOC done in the end. APOC can get a bit more though. He knows there might be a second play there, and APOC takes down Ruffleco. PZ to Trace. It's gonna be an absolute bloodbath. Trying to get into that A site, and the bomb's being dropped. And Brace coming up middle now. Can he grab the bomb? That's the main question here, and just get a bomb plant. APOC's on an off angle. Most likely will complete his 4K if Brace doesn't check him. APOC still waiting. Brace might check the angle. Will he, though? That's the main question. I don't think he will. Just walks into it, and they'll tie it up at 10-10. APOC, wonderful round on the hole, making it 4 for him.
And keeping 3 alive once again is Ex-Direwolves, and look at the money for those 3 players on the right hand side of your screen. 6.6k, 6.3k, 6.7k, and they all have buys. So you combine their buy with that money as well. They have a lot of money, considering this is only the 6th round in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. 7k on everyone other than Sterling and Licky who've packed to buy up weapons. Now Hazard does. I want to get the opening pick here. Direwolves, Ex-Direwolves on the Eco. Nice Molotov as well. Bring it to A main. PZ with flashbang. Can they get in here? VERTEX have already lost 2 players already. APOC, flashbang goes in. Sterling with a blind shot takes down Addict. The bombs drop. Now APOC might spray the tarps.
Oh, he gets 2.
Ruffleco takes down Sterling. Might grab the AWP, but APOC from behind. Just plays Deadly Sun, recovers the AWP as well, making 11-10 for Ex-Direwolves.
And I can't believe Sterling gets 2 there. He gets the first frag just off a click as soon as he gets flashed, which is fair enough, it happens. But the fact he gets tucked in behind that pole and he gets a second is just huge for the defense. It pretty much stops VERTEX from getting a plant, which they could have really done with there, especially now they've got PZ on the AWP, so their buys are going to be costly with that AWP. That goes without saying. And Ex-Direwolves just have no worries about their financial situation right now because they're loving life.
Yep, they also picked up some of the Tech 9s as well have been dropped. And, well, finally, Vertex gets something going their way. APOC's actually been tagged up as well. Outside A main in the smoke. Now, APOC done. He's got all the way to the end of the task. Rockford takes down APOC in the end. He heard a bit of a noise. Lots of Phonic and APOC done take out Savage as well, and he does. Now, Addict. He's lurking. He's waiting for the B-side players to try and push through. Just checking T-spawn, making sure they haven't pushed through already. Hazard rotating with the MP9. And he's going to check the A side, but nobody's there. That's going to be up to Sterling potentially on the B side. Not terribly too sure. Checking where the bomb is at the moment. And, well, basically there's plenty of them at this point. Vertex. Trying to make Direwolves squirm. Ex-Direwolves haven't checked for any information yet. Mainly, the main aggressor is Sterling on the the default box. Misses the shot. Has to go back. The Molotovs will be thrown towards him as well as a flash. Sterling puts the smoke up, smokes himself. He can't hold a line here. That's going to be a very indirect brace from the drop. Takes out Hazard, trying to rotate over. I mean, Sterling's going to look at 2 locations. Another Molotov's been thrown up. Like I say here for Sterling, he's going to check CT as well. He's got too many angles to check. And they know he's at the B. Bomb site Addict trying to peek him from CT, but it'll be very, very easy for Sterling. Sterling takes a bit of damage. Will he check for Brace? He didn't think Brace had pushed drop. And Brace makes it 11.
Gets the plant as well, just for that extra $300. And 11 all, and just like that, Vertex, because they had that 3-round deficit at the half, they didn't have much pressure to get rounds early on. Ex-Direwolves went on a bit of a tear. Vertex get 1, and we're still tied up. So it's anyone's game at this point, in my opinion. If Vertex can get a spree going, it's more likely going to be going their way. If Ex-Direwolves get a spree going, it's more than likely going to be going their way. So if we get 1-for-1 trade, then obviously we get overtime. Like I said, we probably will. But who knows at this point? It's up in the air. I'd say flip a coin. That's your winner.
Because the Ex-Direwolves as well, they've got a bit of an issue with their economy. Because all the money they had previously is evaporated with Savage. They only won on the 4 digits. And I think if they start losing rounds, it's going to be very, very hard to dig themselves out of it. Sterling with the AWP. So this is kind of like maybe a now or never round, I'm going to say, from Ex-Direwolves. Yeah. You know, might get to that stage if they do lose this round where they have to force buy out with deals and stuff like that. However, positioning so far from both teams, Vertex trying to get their claws onto an A side hit. They've got halfway up ramp so far. Hazard. I'll say it's been kind of a chess match here from these 2 teams, just getting the information they can, being deadly silent. Got to be these fans to be called aside. As executing on the A side, Rockford checks forward, takes out APOC. Will he check for Sterling? No, PZ checking the side. APOC don't takes on Licky as well, and they've fully cleaned out the A bomb side as Rockford gets a second as well, and that's giving an A plant and a very, very clean. And it kind of reminds me from APOC in the first half, and Rockford is having a bit of fun as well. And Ex-Direwolves aren't going to like this. As I said before, they just can't afford to lose this round. Otherwise, they'll be potentially on a double eco here. Yeah. Actually, they could force up as well.
AWP's been dropped, which is not recoverable whatsoever. So Sterling's going to struggle for a buy in the next round. So, yeah, I mean, it's not looking great, to say the least, for Ex-Direwolves right now. They're going to need to find something, but do not count them out just yet, because don't forget, the first half, we saw Ex-Direwolves get their rounds going off of 2 deagle buys. So, obviously, there is potential there. Their shot is very, very good with a deagle. They do have a lot of one-shot, one-tap potential in their roster. And then they've got Hazard and Savage on AK and M4 as well to just tee up the deagles. It's just up to them now if they want to press the issue and go for it, or eco. But if you're asking me right now, I mean, they lose this round, you get 2.4k. I think it may just be better to save.
Yeah, it might be.
Savage is going to be able to buy up an AWP for Sterling. Sterling can throw over an M4 back over to Savage. I think this is why we're seeing the timeout from Ex-Direwolves, because it's just such a weird spot to be in. It's not every match that you put in this weird sort of 50-50. Do we buy?
Yeah.
Do we not buy? Do we give Vertex the 13 rounds here, or do we buy up and press for 12-12? But if we don't get that 12-12 after buying, we're going to be in a lot of trouble going forward.
Yep, they decided to go with the Eco instead with the Deagles. AKs and M4s. Now, 4 AKs and an AWP as well. Now, smoke's being thrown towards A main. I'm not sure who the one-way favors this time. I'm going to say both Vertex and Ex-Direwolves. I'm going to say the A main smokes don't matter too much because both teams know these smokes quite well and know the areas that are exposed and stuff like that. Because we saw basically Vertex throw those smokes on the CT side and Direwolves are using them as well. Like, both using the one-ways. And Hazard's got a keen eye, checks if anyone's in B stairs. No one is. And a bit of a fight with Brace. Brace backing out from a ladder door. He's going to go back down to ladder room in the end. Peeked into the pistol and an AK. Doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to do that. Just wants to back out, be like, nah, we'll pick you guys off one by one.
But the problem is that with Brace on 52 HP, that tees up a shot for a Deagle. And that can do some serious damage, especially even like an M4. Tees up a one tap now for an M4. It's a nice little marginal lead in this round for Ex-Direwolves, but if you look at that mini-map,
they're coming over.
All going to be, and it's going to be down to Hazard with that M4, no flashes, no grenades whatsoever to stop the push, and here it goes.
Hazard's going to be, yep, I don't think he can be, so I think Hazard's going to wait for the cavalry to arrive. He's had a lot of utility. Breaks cut off Licky on the rotator drop. HG grenades being thrown in, does a bit of damage to their own teammates. Can they hold aside? Hazard takes down Addict. Apok does the trade, taking down Sterling and Generators, and it's just going to be a cleanup crew by Ruffleco at Generators. Now Apok done looking for the flank, just being Savage. I think Savage already been spotted as PZ, quick scope, takes down Savage. Apok Dud was traded out, unfortunately. It'll be a 13th round for Vertex, and Vertex will get 13. And let's say Apok Dud, very, very good work there, getting the initial 2 kick in the bomb planted, but it's unfortunately losing that last duel there in the end. But PZ, very, very quick to look over, and just nailed a trade in the end.
But they take the AK out of Savage's hands, so not disastrous that you drop there. You have plenty of money to work with. We do come out of the buy round with AWP versus AWP, so Sterling is going to need to get something going here, and it's a mid-rush out of these Vertex Wolves.
Savage didn't hear anything due to flashbang, but his Molotov did burn a couple of players as well. However, Savage can be careful if he makes any noise. Potential Apok Dud will aggress on him, and Apok Dud will get the kill. Now Licky back at CT, they heard a mid-rush, so Licky just making sure the flank doesn't occur in the end, and Vertex have abandoned their mid-rush so far. Now Addict just under stairs, he's just hoping for Hazard to take a gander, checking catwalk. Addict's actually in a really, really good position, but it can be undone with Hazard just dipping over at the right time and just plonking his head. Can't miss a headshot when head's all you got to aim for, basically. Now the A main smoke, another one for Sterling, once again.
Oh dear.
Sterling takes down Brace.
Do not want to slow walk into that man's scope. I'll tell you that for free.
I gotta say, I think they're doing this deliberately. That's the first time they've done that. It's allowed Sterling to have that angle to get the AWP shot off. Because Vertex be like, oh, they've stuffed up the A main smoke, and then bam, AWP shot goes through their stomach. It's just like, no, it's deliberate. We know you're trying to do this, and Sterling gets a pick there.
And look at that. The mini-map, once again, all 4 Vertex players left alive are heading towards B, and it's into a solo man setup once again with Hazard rotating over to holding mid. They're still going to have mid in the back of their heads after the way Vertex started the round. They're probably not convinced that someone has dropped off, but here we go. Addict straight out on site.
Just trying to push in here. They might be able to get the time to get in. They've cleaned up the back of side as well. They cleaned up both players on site, and a bomb will be planted by Apok Dud. Now the rotates coming through for Ex-Direwolves. It's basically 2 for none. PZ takes down Apok, now Sterling on the other end. And I think Licky might call for a save. He's not too sure. He's just checking middle to make sure they're not being flanked. And I think at this point, I think Ex-Direwolves might have to go for a save here. Sterling does take down PZ. Could be a bit of an opening if Sterling does get another kill. But I don't think they'll be doing anything after this. I think Ex-Direwolves will probably save it, given the fact that if they do go full eco for next round, they're going to be giving map point away to Vertex, and they don't want to do that at this stage. Vertex can go for a hunt, though. They've got the money to go for a hunt.
I think if you're Ex-Direwolves now, you need to keep this AWP up on Sterling. Looks like that will be the case. No time's going to be left for Addict to get to him in time. So that's a positive you could take out of the round loss. You know, you've still got your insane AWP with his best gun in hand. And, I mean, if they do go Deagles, it's not the end of the world. Once again, like I said, they have won Deagles in this map. So... yeah, I mean, Sterling, he can be good for an A sometimes. It's just how good he is with this AWP, especially on A or B. I would have liked to see Sterling head towards B, because Vertex are having a lot of goodwill with their B push as Brace opens it up. Once again, Savage dropping to a Brace AK, and it's B site open once again. It's going to be all on Hazard to defend with that Deagle no armor.
Yep, I don't think he's going to be able to defend it here. Sterling's just hoping it went up to A main. I think they're going to confirm now that Vertex are all on that B bomb site. The Molotovs and the smokes are going off. Addict lurking at generators. Apoc dot taken by Hazard. Can they get this deco rolling? That's what they need so far. Few nades being thrown in. Ex-Direwolves just desperately just trying to push in here. They don't want to give Vertex 15. But Vertex, they're not getting in. Addict's been one dig in the back by Hazard. Hazard, can he push forward? Almost takes down Peasy, but he's being digged. Licky, they're all desperately trying to bash him to the side. They don't have a kit either, so they're going to get on there quickly. Licky takes down Vertigo. Hazard takes down Peasy. He take down Brace. He's got to go for the defuse. Brace might be trying to stop the defuse, being stacked by Sterling and Licky. Time. Does he have it? I think he does. And it'll be a 12th round for Ex-Direwolves. And what an audacious retake from Ex-Direwolves. Nothing but sticks and stones and just desperately trying to pin the Vertex Wolves down. And
no
do it in the
kit,
end.
no kit, no problem. Sterling, Hazard combined for 4 on the retake, and props to Hazard because that man had no armor, no utility, just the Deagle invested, and he still manages to come out with a 3k. That's absurd.
They grab 2 AKs out of that as well, which is even better. Save that bit of money. Molotov being thrown in, 14-12. Now Licky checking middle, just peeking in and out. Vertex, they thought they had it. On the B, bomb site Sterling. With Dior, this time A main has been fully covered. So we've got 2 players on the B bomb site now, being Hazard and Savage. Addict and Rofco checking out. Sterling taken out by Apoc Dud. HG going to be thrown in by Rofco. So A player, they lose 1. Would a B player rotate over? That's the main thing. Now Hazard is looking for Addict. I think Rofco might catch him here. If Rofco beat goes a bit forward, but Hazard drops back and they would have heard that noise. Addict on the B bomb site. I know it's a 2v2 now. Meanwhile, Apoc Dud, it takes down Apoc as he tries to push in, and I think they might just go to the A side here. They might pull the trigger and go to the A side. But it's got to get some information, Vertex, before they pull the ripcord. Hazard and Savage, they rotate over towards A. Bombs lower level, and most likely will go B now. Trying to get any all noise, and they're going to throw the full utility in. And they're going to spray up the danger sign. Licky takes on Apoc, that I think they're going to confirm that at least got multiple players here, and everyone's on A instead, and that's a really, really good information gathering from Apoc up there, and Bomb will be applied default by PZ. Now this time, they do not want the retake to happen. 3v4, Deja Vu, Vertex, can they hold this time with weapons, and also Ex-Direwolves with weapons as well. Brace taken out, and he's becoming Deja Vu. It's happening again. Hazard gets a quick 2k. Now it's up to PZ and Addict. PZ taken out by Licky this time as well. It's just up to Addict in a 1v3, and Addict was actually holding the flank. Supposed to be thrown down. Licky peeking, spamming Danger Sign, trying to keep Addict out of sight. And Savage should get the defuse here. Hasn't been touched at all. And Addict taken out by Hazard, and Hazard has just cleaned up the site once again. 3 kills in that retake out of 4.
Another retake, another Hazard 3k. This man is on fire right now. He is on 14 kills. Okay, he is like the second bottom fragger on the server, but it doesn't matter because when the time matters most, he finds frags. He's got 6 for his last 2 rounds, one of them being with a Deagle no armor. So he is trying to find a flame, trying to light a flame in his Ex-Direwolves side here.
And Vertex want to just snuff that flame out. We could have OT here now. 14-13. However, you know, even actually Ex-Direwolves have built themselves a bit of an economy in the last 2 rounds as well. So even if they lose this round, they can still get a straight up buy against Vertex. Now on the other end, Vertex looking a bit worrisome. That's all. Now Vertex going to his A side instead. PZ checking the crane and the ramp sandbags. Wants to know if anyone's there or not. They need to get an opening, and they need to not have deja vu moments on the retakes. They need the Windows retakes as well. Molotov's been thrown in because the Ex-Direwolves very, very patient. You see Savage here and drop. Apoc Dud looking towards Secret. No reckless information gathering or any plays. Stealing like a statue with the AWP there. If you just cover him in boost being played up by Apoc, if you just cover him, you know, in grey paint, they wouldn't notice the difference if he's a statue and not stealing. Takes down PZ. Molotov keep thrown as well. That's going to throw Stealing off his angle. HG going to be thrown in. Direwolves trying to do everything they can, or Ex-Direwolves trying to do everything they can to just get rid of any health and hazard on the B-bomb side. Not doing much, but all the actions on A. Addict's going to push in, and it's just been a 2-for-2. 2 Ex-Direwolves. Apoc Dud almost catches Savage. Can he take out Stealing, though he knows Stealing's around here with the AWP? Addict lurking in. Will he take out Apoc? Who will see who's first? And Apoc just wanders into Addict's crosshair, which is a bit unfortunate. But Savage takes out Apoc Dud, and Stealing trades out Addict at Secret. And he'll make it 14-14 as Ex-Direwolves shove Vertex off once again. And we're going to go with Addict here. Just the crosshairs in the perfect moment for Apoc. And Apoc royally unlucky there. But the trade from Stealing was even more incredible as well. Especially when Stealing was just approaching the line. He wasn't even holding a line. He was approaching the line as well. And managed to keep the AWP at least in line to make it 14.
And for all those CS/tennis players out there, we have a juice. 14 all after a close game. And honestly, if Ex-Direwolves win here, they have the momentum. I don't see why it can't be a 16-14, especially if you look at this Vertex money. It is not in good condition at all, especially with Ruffleco, who's had to settle for a Tech 9.
Yep, and they need to get that bomb plant this round. Otherwise, their buy is going to be pretty dreadful. So they've gone with the all-in, and they have to go with the all-in here because you can play for OT and try to get AKs the next round. But, you know, you need to get every chance you can get and just believe you can get that bomb plant rather than just relegating yourselves to an OT on your own map pick.
I'm just quite surprised they haven't continued to try and press for B because it works so well for them. Okay, you got the post plant, like you lost post plant. As Brace opens himself up with a frag, and that's going to be key for Vertex here with the man advantage. It feels like it's been a long time where they haven't had one.
Yep, and they go to the B side instead, as you said. You know, go to the B side, see what you can get. I believe it's just Hazard there as well.
Post plant. The execute has been perfect. It's the post plant where they've struggled, and they just need to switch it up. And here we go.
And it's Hazard who's been the main pain in the butt on the post plant. Now Hazard, can he find anyone? Sprays through the smoke, does take out Ruffleco. Ruffleco charging in with the Tech 9. They do a bit of damage to Hazard actually, and could just be the opening. They've heard Apoc drop. Ruffleco with Tech 9. He knows Apoc's dropped in the end. Waiting for the smoke to go away. Flashbang been thrown in. So is the HE grenade. Apoc Dud heavily tagged up from it. Now Molotov being thrown towards Catwalk. Apoc goes down to Apoc Dud. And can they charge onto the side? And Licky will grab 2. Addict at Catwalk. Can he do anything in the end? Big question. HE grenade being thrown. A new Addict is here. Supposed to be thrown on the bomb. Hazard takes out Addict. They might go for the defuse here as well. And Sterling misses the shot. PZ takes on Hazard up Brace. Looking for the defuse. He can't find Licky. And Licky gets the defuse in the smoke, making it 15 for Ex-Direwolves.
Oh boy, and once again, another B plant for Vertex, but it's another round loss. This time you've got 2 players alive, just missed spray in the smoke. It was very awkward, but the good thing for Vertex is, as we said, they got the plant down, so they have another day to live, another day to stay alive in map number 1.
You got double op set up, 3 M4s for Ex-Direwolves, and it's just AKs, Galils, and just a bit of lack of utility here from Vertex, and they need to get on the side here. Sterling with an AWP, just holding. Now, Ruffleco spraying through the smoke, but Apoc is damaged, so is PZ. Both players damaged so far, and Vertex win out in the end, but Apoc Dud takes down his counterpart Apoc. And Licky he'll serve a McCoby in the end. He'll dunk on his head. So both Apocs are out for the count for the final round of the half and potentially the game.
And that is Vertex's top fragger out of this round 30.
Tom, IEM Fall has been playing very, very well so far. He said, you know, last I think 2 BO3s ago, he said he didn't play a good game, they wants to do better, and he's showing off the last 2 BO3s. He's been incredible. Been basically few of the main reasons why Vertex is in this position at the moment. As the HE grenades, the X2 comes onto the A site, Sterling under a lot of pressure. He can't hold a line with the orb. He's being sprayed everywhere from every angle. And is poking and prodding at the moment. Vertex is trying to find an opening. Hazard's trying to get some information as well. He's trying to tell his teammates, are they going to be A, are they going to be B? I'm not terribly too sure. Sterling going to throw a Molotov as well. They're using this utility very, very effectively, Ex-Direwolves. They're going to have at least 24 seconds to get on the side Vertex without any sort of disruption.
But they're rotating to B. Oh dear, Savage is rotating over towards B, so they're going to have a 4v2 execution Vertex on this A side. It is coming down to the wire, Jose. 15 seconds left on the clock.
They're going to rush onto the side. Licky, can he get a kill? He cannot. Ruffleco will take him out, and Sterling, when he go for a wall bang, might pick out for a wall bang, might go for a smart shot, doesn't get Ruffleco in the end of the wall bang. It'll be a 3v4 to try and retake the site. They've won these before, and Hazard, the man who makes it happen, he's alive. So can Hazard conjure up some magic? Sterling being boosted up. Can he check Brace at Sandbags? He's looking for Brace at Sandbags, and Brace is hiding a bit more, but I think Brace has to calm down. He does, and Sterling is going to knock out Brace. Now Ruffleco is very, very close, and actually Flashbang's here to play, and Ruffleco should have the advantage. And it's going to be one. Did it line up Sterling? This is a crucial shot. Oh no, Savage gets a 1D. Can he get a second 1D on PZ? It's going to rush to the bomb. It's going to fake defuse. Actually, it's going to go for it, actually. Might get it. Oh, he does it. Last second. And that's, we go to OT, guys. We're going to OT in a few moments. Welcome back, guys. We got an OT on the first map of Vertigo, and I was expecting probably an OT on this map as well, given that both teams are very good on Vertigo. And it was 9-6 both halves to the CT side. And I gotta say, what led to this OT here, Wix? What led to this OT so far?
Was it amount of Ex-Direwolves come back in rounds, or is it VERTEX choke in rounds? I don't like to say it, but a lot of rounds are given over, and that's a kill given over to the way of Sterling as it goes 1-for-1 across the board. Maybe not 2-for-1 as the Ex-Direwolves have 2 kills early on in round 1 of overtime 1.
Now Savage on default throws a Molotov to Secret. Savage is the only one on site, so be very, very careful. The smoke comes in. Sterling has to check the B bomb side just in case Brace wants to try and sneak in. And they don't want the wiggle wagon trying to sneak in either, being Brace. Now PZ and Rufflecoat are going to that B bomb site. Sterling trying to line up, hasn't scoped in, so Brace has no idea that Sterling's holding this angle. Could Sterling be the person to just undo this B site push coming from VERTEX? If you guys are new to OT, 10k starting money, and basically 6 rounds, 3 on each side. First to 4 wins the map. So, you know, winning targets could be 19 rounds. Now has up PC, they're lining up for an B execute. And Sterling, they didn't know he was lining up. Brace, quick trade, good trade indeed. Supposed to be thrown towards generators as well, and Savage is going to hear that. Will he hear where the players are? He knows the bomb's been playing default. And so actually going to be thrown in. Savage will take a bit of damage. He's got PZ on the catwalk as PZ jumps over, and he knows Brace is kind of close. And he's just looking for Brace at the moment. Brace takes out Hazard. Savage probably could trade here. See the shoulder of Brace. And Savage will trade out and win the 1v1. That'll be a 16th round for VERTEX. Oh, not VERTEX, sorry. Ex-Direwolves. They're both fools.
Ex-Direwolves, yeah.
It gets confusing, okay?
Just one of them's an Ex-Wolf, that's all. But yeah, as we see the replay here, it was a much closer post plant for VERTEX. A lot of the post plant retakes from Ex-Direwolves, especially to the later stages of the second half, were just an absolute like bloodbath. But for Ex-Direwolves' favour, just like keeping 3 players alive, 4 players alive from being completely shut out of the site. So
Yep.
They go 1-0 up in overtime 1, and they're going to be looking to get another one on the board, especially on CT side. I think both teams want to be aiming for at least 2 rounds on CT, if not 3, and then just play off that. If you get 3 CT rounds in a half, you're looking very, very good to be taking it away. But on the flip side, if you get 2 T rounds, you're also looking extremely good going on to the favoured CT side.
Also going to say there, the replay there with Savage and Brace. Savage just snatches at it, but he cleans it up in the end, taking out Brace. There, Brace just trying to hide behind the default box from a invading Savage. But either way, it's been very passive so far. Both teams expanded their utility. I gotta say, like, even though Ex-Direwolves won around, their money is pretty much in the dumpsters at the moment. Sterling holding A ramp. They've got to win this round, otherwise VERTEX might get 2 in the end. VERTEX throws a HE grenade towards APOC. APOC, he's quieted down since his T side earlier. And can he get back into this game here? Maybe on the T side of overtime on Vertigo. Now, APOC done. So he smoked off in the tarps. You can see that one way smoke. You can see a little glimmer. So if he sees a boot or anything like that, he'll gobble up the Direwolf player that goes through that. Sterling takes down Rufflecoat at A ramp, and he drops back onto site. They've got the initial pick that they wanted. 2 players at B now at Brace. He's poking and prodding at the B bomb site. Now APOC holds, has also takes out Brace, and that means the 2 last players are definitely on the A site. Sterling goes for a pot shot. Licky should be able to clean up, and Sterling does take down Attic as Licky cleans up APOC done, going for a plant at the final few seconds, making it 17 for Ex-Direwolves.
Yeah, and now Ex-Direwolves, they know that A site execute from VERTEX was not a good execute at all. So in their heads, they're going to know that VERTEX are probably going to be wanting to go to their favoured B site, so they can sort of adjust their default setup. They have a bit more freedom with it. And yeah, look at this. Look at your minimap.
I gotta say, with Addict's been cleaned up by Hazard. Sterling might get a single kill here. Sterling holding A main. Actually going to be thrown in as well. The main thing is with VERTEX as well, they didn't have nades on Addict. Addict was just blindly peeking, going for a contact play. Everyone else has the nades. So Ex-Direwolves got a bit of a nade advantage as well. Now APOC has been tagged up by APOC, who's lurking in the path. He's actually seen Brace, and Brace has been taken out. And Sterling takes on Rufflecoat trying to go in for the trade. And APOC takes out APOC down as well. Just as I said, APOC needed to get in the game. He does. He secures A main and the bomb. And PZ is just getting drilled to the back of A main by APOC. And APOC, what a free K and what a re-entry back into the game. He's returning. The terror of the Ex-Direwolves. APOC, he is returning. He's merging with walls, just snatching up poor Vertex players at the moment. They just can't do anything to him. That's going to be 18-15, 3 map points to Ex-Direwolves.
Yeah, and this is a must-win map, in my opinion, for Vertex, because Dust 2, Ex-Direwolves are so good, if not one of the best, if not the best, Dust 2 team in the AU region. So their backs are up against the wall, and Licky has got them back, got their back pressed up against the wall even more with that first frag. It's 5v4 for Ex-Direwolves, and Vertex have 1 minute 30 to hold on.
Yep, and also not to mention, Brace gets tagged up with the M4 in hand, but gets tagged up by some HE grenades. Licky just lurking around at A main. He's going to be very, very happy with how Direwolves have come back into Ex-Direwolves have come back into this game. He's going to be very ecstatic. You know, resiliency indeed, given that Vertex got off to a, you know, had all the momentum. Ruffleco takes out Licky, and a flashbang's being thrown in. Addict takes on Hazard as well. Addict with the AWP on the B side. They know AWP's here. Ruffleco trying to help Addict out with the flash. PC's got a flash in hand as well, and he's got a double AWP as well. Savage on the generators. Bombs blinded at first box. The smoke is decent. Sterling just waiting for the peek. He's seen two. So he's seen two cross. With another player peek in. He sees the AWP, and PC's been taken out now. Addict got to try and retake this with AWP. Maybe a quick scope, maybe a no scope. Flashbang goes in. Sterling on first box. Does he see anything? Doesn't see anything. They're behind the smoke. They fake execute or fake retake back in. They need to go in here. Otherwise they lose. Ruffleco takes out Savage. They clean out Savage here as well. Sterling takes down Brace. He's on first box. Sterling in a 2v2. APOC. He spots one. APOC takes out Addict. Ruffleco to trade the bomb. Sterling just playing time. He just has to play ring around the rosy for just a bit longer. And Ruffleco's
Has he got it?
Has he got it? Does he? No! Ruffleco's just out by 0. Oh no, he got it! He got it!
He got it! He got it!
I thought he was out by 0.2 seconds, but he's got it.
Anything you can do, Ex-Direwolves, we can do better. That is what Ruffleco's saying right now. I thought Sterling bought just enough time for his side, but Ruffleco pulls out the 1v1 out of the bag, and just like that, Vertex are still alive and breathing.
I don't think even Ruffleco believed in himself. He dropped all his weapons. He was just like, we're done, it's over. He didn't believe in himself, so I don't think he knew it until just then, until, you know, the round with Vertex. As he was 16-18, Ruffleco buying Vertex a bit of lifeline. Ex-Direwolves wondering, how long? Just only just a picture of a second, they would have had 19. Now they got to get one more try, one last gasp. You got 2 T rounds to play with, and they just need to slot one wonderful T round instead of going out Addicts with your.
Jose.
Yeah, and he's been just absolutely cleaned up by Licky. It's not even the APOC train this time, it's the Licky train. And APOC, though, he comes in, takes down Ruffleco, and now the beast has been unleashed from Direwolves, and APOC, he's just shredding them. Absolutely shredding them at this point. And APOC been traded out by his APOC dud, the other APOC. But in the end, Vertex 2v4 trying to retake the site. Ex-Direwolves have done this before. Can Vertex do the same? Sterling checking drop, just dropping off. Molotov being thrown in. Licky's gonna run. Sterling on first box, gives himself away. They're gonna drop into the site. Licky grabs one. APOC does the trade, and Hazard will make it 19 for Ex-Direwolves, and no